This is an in-depth, step-by-step breakdown of the strategy that will take you from guessing and waiting on jobs to getting in the fast lane to your dream job. No one expects anyone to be perfect, but everyone appreciates intentionality. Using AI to engage your relationships around industry news, achievements, milestones, and simple but impactful just because outreach. Transform your network from a static list to a career accelerator. Most people think networking is about collecting as many connections as possible, especially on LinkedIn. But in reality, the best relationship builders are focused on strategic network amplification. According to LinkedIn, people who are referred for a job are a whopping 9 times more likely to get it. Why is this good news for you? It means you have access to high-value opportunities, but only if you understand how to multiply your network's impact without spending hours on outreach. I've helped so many people through my network and advising on how to navigate their network. Building relationships is not new, but the technology to amplify your network is evolving and moving at warp speed. The professional landscape is shifting because of AI and changing work patterns. And that means traditional networking approaches are becoming obsolete because of the speed of the job market. Today, I'll share my proven network amplification method, one of 10 strategies I covered over 2 videos. Go check that out. This is an in-depth, step-by-step breakdown of the strategy that will take you from guessing and waiting on jobs to getting in the fast lane to your dream job. But before we get deep into this strategy, I always like to tell you what the deal breaker is. Stop thinking about your connections as numbers and start thinking about them as amplifiers of your professional influence. Each person is access to a wealth of expertise, experience, and thousands of people just like you. Be sure to treat each person with respect and reciprocity that you deserve as well. Now, let's get into it with strategy number 10, the network amplification method. Step 1, the strategic connection system. First, let's talk about meaningful connections at scale. Think of your network not as a static database, but as a living ecosystem that needs nurturing conditions to flourish. Most professionals make the mistake of reaching out only when they need something. Instead, implement what I like to call the relationship nurture calendar, a systematic approach to meaningful outreach. No one expects anyone to be perfect, but everyone appreciates intentionality. Here's how to create your relationship nurture calendar. First, segment your connections into 3 tiers based upon potential impact and relationship strength. Then, you're going to assign specific nurturing frequencies to each tier. Your Tier 1 connections receive personalized outreach monthly, Tier 2 quarterly, and Tier 3 biannually. And as the relationships ebb and flow, you can move people from Tier 3 to Tier 2 and on to Tier 1. The key difference maker? Using AI tools to help personalize each interaction without starting from scratch. Using AI to engage your relationships around industry news, achievements, milestones, and simple but impactful just because outreach. I make it a point to reach out intentionally just because, but I do it intentionally. Right after speaking with someone or exchanging texts or DMs with someone, I immediately drop a reminder on my calendar to check in intentionally just because. It's not possible as life is lifing to remember everyone and everything. Use AI, your calendar, a task manager to nurture your relationships in a personal and meaningful way. Next, build your value-first outreach templates. These aren't generic messages, but customizable frameworks that ensure you're always offering value before asking for anything. The most effective template follows this structure: genuine observation about their recent work, specific value you can provide, and only then a small, easy to fulfill request that benefits both parties. The key to identifying how you can add value is to listen, read carefully, and ask questions. Step 2, the influence multiplication. Now it's time for the true momentum changer in the game, turning every connection into 3 or more high-quality connections. Think of this as compound interest for your professional network. This process works like a well-designed garden where each plant helps others thrive. The secret is implementing your network growth framework. Here's how it works. After every meaningful interaction with the connection, implement the triangle introduction method. Identify 2 people from different circles who would benefit from knowing each other, and then you facilitate the introduction. The magic happens because you're not just asking for introductions, you're creating value for others by connecting them. This positions you as the structural bridge, someone who connects otherwise separate groups. To operationalize this, create your opportunity alert system, a simple way to track the specific opportunities, challenges, or interests of your key connections. When you notice an opportunity that could benefit someone in your network, you'll be the first to make that connection. This isn't just being nice, even though it is nice. You become an opportunity broker. Becoming an opportunity broker opens the door for people to do the same thing for you and advance your career. It fortifies your network. What makes this approach so different is that it's not about asking for more favors. It's about strategically creating value in ways that naturally expand your influence. Now, here's where most people get overwhelmed. They think successful networking means attending more events and sending out more connection requests. But the most successful professionals I work with do the exact opposite. They focus on fewer, more strategic interactions that compound returns over time. Let me show you how to get started. This is exactly what you should do starting today to see results with the network amplification method. Tactic number 1, build your relationship nurture calendar. Open your calendar app and block 30 minutes each Monday or whatever day of the week works for you to manage your network. Start by identifying your top 10 most valuable professional connections and schedule monthly personalized check-ins with each of them. Avoid asking, "How can I help?" which creates a cognitive burden. Instead, share specific insight related to their current projects or challenges. Tactic number 2, create your value first templates. Develop 3 different value first message templates: the resource share, the opportunity alert, and the strategic introduction. Customize each template with specific details before you send it out. The biggest mistake here is using the same template for everyone. Instead, create a base template with clear customization points along the way. Tactic number 3, implement your network growth framework. After your next significant professional conversation, identify 2 people who should know each other and make that introduction within 24 hours. The key is to clearly articulate why each person would benefit from knowing the other and give them a specific reason to connect. Remember the 3 tiers. When you segment your connections, you can add a column for additional information that helps you make these connections easily over time. Remember, while others are still collecting random connections, you now have a systematic approach to network amplification that creates exponential growth with less effort. Transform your network from a static list to a career accelerator. And I know what you're thinking. Jamila didn't talk much about what people will do for me, as much as she talked about what I'll do for people to build relationships. And you're exactly right. And that means you got it. Take the first step by creating your relationship nurture calendar tomorrow morning. Your future self will thank you. If you want more career advancement strategies, check out the playlist I'll leave here on screen. And be sure to get the Career Power Play. I linked it up in the description. And until next time, I love you.